The city of Seattle isn't just dreaming of a greener future, they're actively planning for one. The city has set an ambitious goal to quite literally electrify our transportation system. To learn more, I spoke with my new friend, Andrea Pratt, the Climate and Transportation Program Manager for the city of Seattle.
I think before we dive into that, it's important to set some context, right? And happy Earth Day, we are in a climate crisis.
Yeah, right?
From wildfires, smoke days that have turned into smoke weeks, we're watching animals and plants die. I mean, it's just very important that we take urgent action to avoid catastrophe. And in Seattle, transportation accounts for 60% of our carbon pollution in the city. And we have a tremendous opportunity to leverage our clean, carbon-free electricity to electrify everything that moves people, goods, and services in Seattle. And so I would say we call it our North Star goal of the plan, is to do just that, electrify everything that moves people, goods, and services in our city to reduce climate and air pollution, to increase clean mobility options, and also, most importantly, to build a pipeline of green jobs and workforce diversity. So we're really excited about this plan.
That sounds incredible. The jobs, everything. Okay, and when do y'all want to do this by?
We have a goal to be carbon neutral by 2050. And so what we did in this plan was establish some interim 2030 policy goals that will set us on the path to be carbon neutral by 2050. And in the plan, we spell out 2-year actions that we're going to take that will make progress towards those 2030 goals.
So you've kind of thought about the challenges that are yet to come, because a lot of people are probably going to say it's impossible to be completely carbon neutral by then, but you're ready for these challenges, right?
We are totally ready for these challenges. And we know these goals are ambitious, but they're also achievable. And I don't want to, understate that this is going to be hard work. And the city of Seattle can't do this in a silo. We really are committed to achieving these goals through policies, partnerships, and programs that it's going to take to really yield the systemic change that we're looking for. So I can give you a couple examples. So we're going to need to make strategic partnerships with the private sector. We need consumers to make smart, sustainable choices. And we also need help from the state and the feds with enabling policies that will help us go further faster. But we're definitely up for the challenge.
There's a term I've never heard of until talking with you today, and I wondered if you could explain. Climate justice, what does it mean and how does it figure into your plan?
Seattle's approach to climate is to really work at the intersection of racial justice and the environment. And we have, a program that we established starting in 2016 that was really a first in the nation type of program where we worked with communities to understand what their priorities were and how we could lift up and center those priorities in all of our environmental work. And transportation electrification is no exception. And so climate justice, I would say, is how can we accrue benefits, whether that's clean air benefits, carbon pollution benefits, to communities that have been disenfranchised and harmed the most by pollution. And really by centering solutions that serve those communities will really be, a rising tide lifts all boats. And if it works for those communities, it'll work elsewhere. And so, this plan really does center climate justice. We've worked with our community partners for years to understand kind of what they wanted to see out of this work. And what we heard from them was they wanted increased electrified transit options. They want improved access to electric vehicles and charging stations. And they also want to connect folks with jobs that need them the most. And so we're really excited that we led with those priorities in this plan.
Great goals, great priorities. And I also think the city of Seattle should call this project the Electric Slide. No, not so much. All right.